Let's take a look today at the Craftsman V20 cordless jigsaw. So this is a really great jigsaw if you want to do some fairly basic tasks around the house. It's the things that I like about it. It's Craftsman, so you know the quality of the construction is overall going to be really good. And another thing is that it is a battery-powered jigsaw. It uses the standard V20 battery system that Craftsman uses for a lot of their cordless power tools. So if you have other tools in the V20 line, like I have a drill and driver and a vacuum cleaner and that kind of thing, you can use the same battery packs here in the jigsaw, and you basically can just put that into the bottom. And I'll show that in a minute, but I want to show first, one of the most convenient things here is that it's got a toolless blade removal system. So you can easily swap those blades in and out if you're cutting different kinds of things, if you want a rougher cut versus a finer cut, depending on what you're working on. And I'll demo the actual cutting in a sec too. But I just want to show you before I put a battery in, always obviously if you've got your hands anywhere near the blade, you want the battery to be out. This system is super easy to add and remove a blade. So we're just basically going to push this little lever up, and then that allows the blade to slide right out. So lever up, and then you just pull the blade straight out, and then to put it in again, you just basically reverse the process. It's hard to do this one-handed, but I'll push that down, and then I'll put the blade in. You can see it's just going to lock it right into place. So there it is. I'm still holding this open. You just want to align it to the small wheel in there. You can see that little wheel on the inside. And then I'm just going to go ahead and let go. Whoop, didn't get it the first time. Let's try again. Yeah, make sure to push it all the way in. And now we're locked in and solid. So obviously not 100% foolproof. I can still mess that up. But fundamentally very easy to swap those blades in and out. Now again, putting the battery in is very easy. I've got my V20 battery on here. We're just going to align this with the bottom of the drill. And then we're just going to slide that, the saw. We're just going to slide that in. And now we are ready to go. There's a little safety button. I think this is a nice feature too. Obviously, you should never rely on it fully, but it's a nice extra safety feature that's going to keep this locked until we're ready to actually use it. You can pop that back off again just by pressing this over here. And now when we squeeze here, you can see we get a variable speed, everything from a very slow movement all the way up to quite fast speed on there. So you can adjust your speed. You know, obviously if you're doing more detailed work, you're going to want to slow it down, very slowly cut through the wood. Or if you want to, boost it up and get through something bigger, then you can obviously go at a higher speed. So the variable speed is a nice element on there. So I think that's enough talking about cutting things. Let's actually cut something. This is a standard 2x4. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. I just made a little notch there where I want to cut at the 5-foot mark here. I'm going to make a perch for my chickens in the chicken shed there. And obviously safety first, wear safety glasses when you're going to be cutting anything here, and make sure that you've got the area around it, nicely set up so that nothing's going to fall. You're not going to have hands anywhere near the blade here. Obviously with a handheld jigsaw, you always have to be a little bit more careful because it's not anchored to anything. It's not obvious, that you're in a shop, so just be more careful with any kind of hand tool. Let's go ahead and start cutting this. It's going to get some speed going on the blade first before we hit the wood. All right, and there we go. So we got a pretty good cut here. Went straight through that, not a problem on that standard 2x4. Like with any kind of a jigsaw, they're not known for the most precise straight cuts. Really, you're usually using them on a thinner piece of wood, and you're trying to cut something more intricate. So we're not going to get the most perfect straight edge like you would with a circular saw, but overall pretty good. I wasn't even following a line there. I was just sort of going for it, and I think we got a decently straight cut on there. Worked its way through fine. Probably with a bit coarser of a blade, it would have been an even easier time. It's not the most powerful saw. It's not like a contractor grade saw. I think it's really designed more for consumers, hobbyists, DIY, around the house kind of stuff. You're probably not going to see this at a job site. And certainly the battery life, you can do a fair amount of cutting with this. You can probably use it to do your big project all in one charge. But if you're going to be out on a job site all day or something, you're going to want something more contractor grade than this. So great for consumers, great for hobbyists, around the house, simple projects. But, not something that's going to hold up to a whole day's worth of work necessarily. For basic around the stuff, house kind of stuff though, I think like this little perch I made for my chickens, I think it's going to work great. And really a nice tool, something you'll find very helpful to have in your toolbox.